Greetings and welcome everyone. You're watching Been Living with Big B and I'm streaming to you live from Western Australia. It's currently 10 minutes after the hour of 11 p.m. on a Saturday night here in my neck of the woods. Just came in from a dumpster dive and it was pretty sad, pretty quiet. Not even enough to get footage tonight, but I hope wherever you are in your part of the world, that you're having had a great week and set up for a even better weekend. That's for the benefit of those watching the replay at the moment. But very sad on the dumpster diving front as of late. Mind you, it has been extremely hot, extremely warm over here, so she's a bit risky. Anyway, at the best of times, considering most of the time I just get food lately. On the retail side, hasn't been that great, to be honest. Hey, Kathy. Been trying to ring you back, Kathy. Just so that you know. It's been a while since can everybody see me? That was out of it. That was completely like, it's like my computer just shut down. Are we online again? Someone give me a thumbs up if you can see me. That was trippy. God damn. You are back, Juanita. Thank you. You're back. Thank you, Kathy. Just as I was saying hello to everyone. Wow, goes and does like something trippy like that. Jessica, hi Jessica. Might as well say hello to everyone now after that little delay. Looking good as always. It's -4, Juanita, where you're at. Holy Rick. Braxton, hope everyone's still here. Sorry for the delay, guys. Man, yeah, my computer just shut down like it was hacked or something like that. Man, technology, man, it blows my mind. I'm not smart enough to keep up with it. Roxanne, hello, Roxanne. Hey, Lindsay and Alvin, long time no see. Glad everyone hung in there, if only for a moment. Hi, Lucy, good morning to you. Well, it is 11 p.m. at night here in Western Australia. Sorry, bro, I was testing my skills. What your Jedi Knight skills? Hope you had an awesome weekend over at Wolf Lodge, my bro. And not quite happy birthday yet, right? That's in the next couple of days. Grab it fast is having his birthday real soon. Maybe even to the 5th, I think. You're back. We're really happy to catch you live today. Yeah, well, that's great, Lindsay. And I haven't seen you guys online for a little bit, but I look forward to you guys next live, whenever that may be. Just keep working hard and, just keep working hard. So glad everyone. I'm just touching base with everyone. Like I said before, I've just gone from a bit of a dumpster dive, and it wasn't a very exciting night at all. Not exciting at all. Always good to go out and have some fun and enjoy the outing as it was. But I'm always anxious about like trying to collect content, even though that's not the foremost thing on my mind when I go out dumpster diving. It's all the foremost thing is about being to help as many people with what I find, and always being grateful for any amount that I find. So even though like I scored a few things, like I scored a few cans of these drinks, only about half a dozen, and a few other little bits and pieces, I'm always grateful. And I think if you can walk away with that kind of gratitude, then it doesn't matter whether you don't find anything to create a video or that you do. It should be always a pleasant experience as best as we can. Yeah. I'm trying to go out and find content. It shouldn't really be the foremost thing in our minds, even though we do our best to show our subscribers, our followers, our family and friends that follow our journey, the kind of things that we do come across, and obviously, the bigger the haul, the wow factor. We enjoy showing those sort of things because we do find some. As dumpster divers, we do come across some amazing, incredible finds. Yeah, amazing. Whether they're useful or good to donate to, or whatever the case may be, it's good to be able to show that sort of wow factor. Hello, everyone. Just started. They're just joining us. Harry's Fishing Adventures. What's up, Haz? And Danette, good morning from Washington State. Love your videos and what you all are doing. Thank you, Danette. Yeah, we appreciate that. As dumpster divers, it's a hard yakka, man. And we've got a few dumpster diving channels in here. Just me, Kathy, in the house, as well as Grab It Fast. A couple of giants in the house, and then Lindsay and Alvin all the way over in there in the UK, and Braxton wasn't here earlier on, and Jessica. We're all inspired people that that watch others and started documenting our own journeys. And for some, been doing it for ages, and then began the process of documenting the journey. But yeah, it has been a ride. It has been a ride, a journey so far. So much so that I've been getting a lot of interest from my local news station and news stations. So I've been doing a lot of online interviews and stuff like that. So I'll be like pretty excited to see their uptake on the story, which will be interesting. Obviously their angle is coming from the high cost of living, and that dumpster diving seems to is supplementing, the food expenses and all of that, and them wanting to know whether there's an increase of dumpster divers as a result of the high cost of living. So those sort of questions. Where's Harry is asking, where's dumpster diving Adelaide? And I imagine you're talking about Simon. I couldn't tell you. He's in a completely different state to me, Harry. Do you check up on his channel? Just asking. Alpesh. How are you, Alpesh and Colleen? Happy birthday, Grab It Fact. And good morning to you, Colin. Good to see you all, and thank you for joining us. Hey, only on here for a short time, which I always say that it ends up being like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But it was pretty taxing today. When it like I go and check out about one day, 10, maybe 15 dumpsters, depending on how far I travel out. But I'll tell you, man, gas is like $2 a liter, man. It's crazy. Lindsay, you're saying the same thing. Journalists contacting you guys. Yeah, it's an amazing opportunity, and a chance for your platform to get some exposure. And I see Martin over at Retail UK, Retail Wastage UK. I see he's been getting some interest from journalists over in the UK as well. And it's all exciting because, we learn a lot. Experience gives us a little bit of insight, and hopefully, our jobs as dumpster divers is more than just like saving the planet, helping our community and ourselves. That happens by default, and I think I've mentioned that once or twice before. But it's also about educating and reprogramming people to see that it's not really a frowned upon, it shouldn't be a frowned upon activity amongst society, amongst the general public, that basically that people utilize these dumpsters as a resource for food, which is in itself mind-blowing. Amy Feet, hi there, Amy. Big, I am going to London March, and then I will go to London. That's awesome, Alpesh. I hope you have a fantabulously fantastic day. Yes, Martin has done some news articles, Lindsay, at Alvin says. Love Retail Waste Exposed. There are a few legend dumpster divers here in the chat. We got some legends, all right, and we've got some up and coming legends as well, and some other ones that have done some hard yards, at the moment. Here, this Hall's another one. Grizzly's Adventures is another classic. I mean, there's tons of creators around. A Frugal Family is, Julie has been around for a long time, 6 years. She just done a video saying that she's been on 6 years. Hey, Alvin, how are you? Homebound Mama? Homebound Mama. Thank you so much. Homebound Mama, I know you're having trouble with your vision. Like right now, Homebound Mama's having some trouble with her vision, and she's like doing her best to read everyone's chats, no doubt. But you've made me want to change the way I narrate my videos from now on for that very reason. So yeah, I'm going to be a little bit more vocal and a bit more descriptive in what I'm saying, because I don't really take into consideration the vision impaired people that may be out there, and the closed captions don't have a feature that allows allows the captions to be spoken digitally. So I'm planning on changing that up just for you. It just like opened my mind up to be a little bit more descriptive. And I'm already getting chastised for taking my time. You're too slow. You need to like grab it quickly and chuck it in your car and go and watch it and be fast and just hurry up. Well, that ain't my style, right? It's not my style. My style is taking my time and taking my time. Never been rushed in my life by anyone for any reason. So, yeah, if you're one of those people that leave those sort of comments, stop it. How does it go, Kathy? You might want to grab a pen and a paper and you might want to write this down because it's super important. Stop it. All right? Stop it. Got that? Nah. I appreciate people just like to see the action. Yo, 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 grab it fast with the $20 super sticker, my bro. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Man. Like, can you afford it? Because I know you just bought yourself a new whip. No, I'm only joking, bro. Yeah, Braxton and Marley, they do really great with their shorts and they find some pretty incredible stuff. I know we've gotten away with posting videos on YouTube, but we will hopefully be back in the near future. Catch us on TikTok for now. Braxton, Marley, I would say don't stop posting on YouTube. As far as it becoming a source of income, it's your greatest chance of developing any kind of future. Unless, of course, you're going to utilize TikTok as a source of advertising, then, then go hard. What were you saying before, Alpesh? Oh, sorry about that. Big you from Australia. Yes, I am. No, I am. I live in Australia, but I am from New Zealand. But I've been in Australia for 16 years now. Long time. My hubby is now in the chat on his own account. Oh yeah, cool. Which one is that? Talia. Hello, waving Steve. Love your videos so much. Thank you, Talia. Or Tulia. I'm not sure. I hope I didn't mess it up. So it's crazy, but lots of fun. So excited to see what angle these journalists come from. One of them, because one journo I spoke to, I called myself a scavenger because before there was even dumpster diving, right? It was scavenging. So I was a self-confessed scavenger, and that's exactly how they painted me, a scavenger. But I had my community in there going, "You're not a scavenger, you're that's all good." You know, names, sticks and stones, ladies and gentlemen. Names don't bother me. At the end of the day is when I lay my head down to rest and to go to sleep. Do I sleep well at night? Hell yeah. I mean, I'm extremely tired. That'd be one reason. Alvin is my hubby, baby. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I know Alvin is your hubby, but I can't see an Alvin on the. Oh, here you, right there. Yeah. I couldn't see it before. I must have flicked through it. My apologies, Lindsay. We got it now. We're back in the house. Alrighty. Phyllis, hey Phyllis. How you going with your scrapbook thing, jobby majiggy? And before you even ask, my kitten and my dog are doing extremely well, or probably even better than when you last asked a few days ago. So yeah, I just want to put it out there. Tomanimi the Handsome is like, I'm going to change his name to Houdini, the escape artist. Like Houdini, he has transformed his energy and spirit and put him into my dog, and he has become an escape artist, ladies and gentlemen. He has. Yes, all of my best efforts to close my loose gate has turned into merely a challenge for my dog, of which he seems to find a way. It's like somewhere he has hidden a piece of wire in his collar to pick the lock. to to do the dial on the safe. He has found a way, Tiddlywinks. It blows my mind. I'm going to have to like put down some kind of video camera so I can like study him because he spent all this time studying me that I need to study him. So yes, Tamanui is doing absolutely fantastic. He got himself a little cut on the leg as a result of his attempts to escape. He will bear those scars of wars to achieve his goal. He has done it. Alfie, hey Alfie, how are you? Alfie Senrogue. Thank you, Jessica, for saying welcoming everyone into Get Out of Here. What? What is that? Grab it, $100. Oh, bro. You know we have to wait at the end of the month. And then I don't get 40% of it, my bro. You know better than that. But I love you though, my bro. Dang. You know, now I'm going to be $35 short. Oh, it's a crack up, my bro. Thank you, my brother. He's trying to get the cash train rolling. Talia, you can't wait to go where? Where are you heading off to that you can't wait to go to? Australia? That'll be awesome. The weather here right now is fantastic. And Leslie, how are you, Big B? How are you doing? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I could be doing better, of course, you know. I did say before that I went out for a dumpster dive. I've only just come back in. How wasn't it absolutely a great night? But like I say, as long as we go into dumpster diving, for me personally, you know, for others, it can be for a whole plethora of reasons why you go out there, right? There's yeah, but for me personally, it's at least I can walk away from with a bit of gratitude and you know some humility and a lot of fun. You know, got to have fun, otherwise it makes the whole thing more of a chore as opposed to it being, you know, fun. Yes, it was an amazing gesture. We've been talking to Grab about it, but he's been off the line while he's been going to his like creating a tradition with his family down at the Wolf Lodge. He's the man for sure. Always, he's always so kind and generous. Phyllis says I have to find some paper and Paris stuff, and Victorian is going to be a spring and Victorian Paris scrapbook. That'd be cool. So I hope everyone has had a fantastic week so far. You know, and if you're feeling any illness, I hope you get better soon, and that you know that you get well soon, and I hope the weather has been treating you well and better. You know, it is not showing any signs of cooling down at the moment here in Western Australia, but other parts of Australia is great. Um, and I hope things are warming up wherever you guys are. Wherever you guys are now, I know Renee over in Canada says that you know, it's yeah, it's warming up to minus 14 degrees. Last time we spoke, so yeah, that can be a bit tedious there when you're in those kind of harsh conditions. Um, but yeah, going to do my best to go out again tomorrow and keep going out until we find some awesome stuff and enough to help out the community. Haven't really been finding like heaps of stuff at the moment, but yeah, always enough to sort of you know like still unbelievable. As for as long as I've been doing it, it still blows my mind about what I'll find, you know, and it's not necessarily for me the amount that I find, but just the variety, you know. I think the last dumpster I went to, I found a box of eggs that were all still in awesome condition, of which I actually did a cooking video that I've edited it, but I haven't put it in. I haven't like posted it. But I see that there's a trend going for those souffle pancakes made from fluffy egg whites, and then you blend in the yolk, and then they're like about this thick, and you brown them on each side, and then you just like pour heaps of like golden syrup or maple syrup or whatever your flavor is, and lots of butter. And they're just like so luxurious and soft and fluffy. It's like eating grilled clouds that's got vanilla essence in it, nice and sweet. Grandpa Fast got 6 inches of snow he's had, and he's hoping it's going to melt soon. That'll clear the driveway out and the roads to be not so slippery. Talia's saying, yeah, it's a beautiful country. I was hoping to get my work and holiday visa this year. Nice. Well, I don't stop trying. I know that there are lots of people. Talia, I know that there's tons of work over here. Tons. And you don't even have to do seasonal fruit picking, which is what a lot of backpackers or travelers do in Australia. You can go straight into hospitality is open, even in mining. But I mean, if you're just looking for something it's to earn you money, is travel. There's tons of work here, so keep trying. Housebound Mama saying, finally got my house clean from what I can feel, touch, and smell, because you cannot see. Yes, we did mention that before. You're having trouble with your eyes. So, yeah. And I guess you're just going to have to sort of like get used to doing that like all the time, right? You know, if this is your new lifestyle. Oh, just reading that, Phyllis, gives a chill down my spine. -13. Stop it. Amy said we usually get a lot of snow, but it was actually 2 degrees yesterday. Girl, break out the sunglasses and the sun umbrella, eh, Amy? Cool, Jessica, always kindly reminding everyone to just get better soon. Lindsay says every time we go diving, it's always an adventure. We are always surprised at things we find. So do I. So do I, Lindsay. Even after what I find, it's always a surprise. It's always like a wow or a ho 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 ho. Sure, you guys have heard me say that a few times. Leilana in Denmark, how are you, Leilana? Oh, here you are. You are expecting snow on Monday here. Wow. I don't know how many times I've said before in the past, whether it be on this live or the live lounge or whatever. I have no experience of like living in the snow or anything like that. Zero. So it's just like. Leilana, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I'm doing great. I was just filling in everyone that just got in from a dive not so long ago, and it wasn't a great night. But hey, there are other nights, there are other dumpsters, there are other suburbs, that I could have gone to, tonight. Well, if there's a channel to binge watch, Kathy's is definitely one of them. It's she action packs. Oh, hey, congratulations to Kathy. I see that you've been active on your Facebook page. So, guys, if you are on Facebook and you do utilize the Facebook platform, please go over and catch up with Grab It Fast, who's like pumping at the moment, but also Just Me Kathy. Go over and see her. I see a lot of creators from YouTube are going over and utilizing the Facebook platform. It does create a lot of amazing opportunities. And if you're listening to that, you might want to take heed to what I'm saying, because I see a lot of divers are seeing the potential to grow fast on there is real. You know, the potential is there. That's for all of you creators. That everything I say about other platforms, man, listen, take heed to it. Okay, Jessica, thanks for popping in and welcoming everyone. You are amazing. Thank you so much. Well, Brixton, really, the awareness of waste, I think, is already well and truly out there. Our job at the moment is to re-educate people about what we do is not a frowned upon activity. We should be had the freedom to do it without being chastised, harassed, or belittled because they have, because it's not a feelings, If we're hurting your feelings, well then, zip it and move on with your life. We don't need to hear we don't need to hear what you got to say about how you feel, because we're trying to do some good here. Of what which is what I was saying to all of the journalists, that by default as dumpster divers, we inadvertently are helping the environment by stopping things from going into the dumpster. As little as a part that we play, we stop things going into the landfill by removing things from the dumpster, especially food, because it creates methane emissions, or methane balls under the earth if they don't have if they don't ventilate it. So methane emissions is imminent when food isn't processed properly. And then we inadvertently help ourselves and our friends and our family, with the things that we share. And then, of course, that extends out into the community with the donations that we make or the organizations that we help. All right. But the other thing about is just training the people that watch us or don't understand what we do or don't believe what we do. It's just saying, hey, we're not here to like please or appease you. We're here to show you what's actually going on, and if you don't believe it, you should go out and take a first hand look at for yourself, as confronting as it may be. That's the role we play as content creators. Miss Jackie Feathercatcher, how are you, Jackie? How are you? Say good to see you. I'm always surprised at how much waste there is from the shops. It's perfectly good food and items that could still be used. Absolutely, Leilana. But I'd say it's been documented on YouTube for about probably 10 years. Could you imagine the waste, what it would have been like before then? Untouched, untouched, you know, tons and tons of it. Lindsay says we had two negative people approach us last week. People just don't want to listen to the fact you are just trying to do good sometimes. It's just ignorant. Yeah. No, that's true. Well, it's preconceived ideas about like what a dumpster is in the first place, and then trying to turn it around and say that it's not like that. You can't change people's ideology overnight. It takes some time. For sure, Big B. I was just yeah. No, I totally understand Braxton. What I'm just saying is really, if you want to touch base with actually the waste that goes on out there, that all of these major retail and food chain stores only make up 16% of the overall waste that's created, say in Australia, right? In Australia, retail or all these stores that we go dumpster diving in, they only make up 16% of the waste. 30% or up to 35% actually comes from household, from me and you. And I've said it tons of times, we are the ones that create the most food waste. in some places it's over 35%. Like in the United States, it's over 35% of waste comes from homes. People letting things rot in their fridge, or rot or go off, leaving things in the pantry shelves, for ages, tins of stuff. Most of it is us as consumers. We make we do the most waste, and if we want to make any changes out of that waste, it doesn't begin with hammering the food stores, even though we see bulk of it. Right? It actually starts at home and reminding our neighbors, and go street by street by street, reminding people to recycle, try and minimize waste on a weekly basis. It's crazy, but it's true. Yeah, grab it. Someone's calling you. Oh, Claudette is saying hello to you. Roxanne, what about all that food grab it fast found when the freezers went out? It certainly was a lot, no doubt about it. Yep, but those aren't regular occurrences. Those aren't regular occurrences, Roxanne. If you think about it, those probably happen maybe 3 times a year, if you're lucky. For all the dumpster diving that Grabbit has ever done, that's the most he's ever seen for the first time in, say, nearly 4 years, Grabbit. So it's not a regular occurrence, like in that area. But it's happened in other places. I've seen multiple short videos, Roxanne, of food being dumped out like that. Like 1, 2, 3, roll-offs that are just filled with food. And that doesn't even include other natural disasters like flooding, fire. It doesn't even include any of those. But still, it's not even a smidgen of what happens with people that consume. Lindsay says in the UK, a lot of people still don't understand it and will tell you it's theft. Yeah. Well, people will tell you it's theft because it's a corporate ideology that they bestow upon their workers. They tell you all the time, it's theft. It's theft. If you steal from here and you're an employee, you're stealing it. And then those employees go out and tell everyone else, oh, you can't take it from that, it's stealing. And that's it. And that's how it starts off. That's how it kicks off. But yeah, unless it's the actual law, unless it's the actual law. But yeah, Claudia, thank you very much. How did you know? I'm glad that things don't go to a landfill in my country, used for heating homes or recycled in some way. In Denmark, yes, a super clean country, especially in they're part of Europe. They do extremely well, extremely well. And plus, is Denmark a landlocked country, Leilana? Is it a landlocked country? Does anyone know what happened to Double D? Double D has been out of the picture, Lindsay, for Claudette, for a very long time, for like nearly a year. Yeah, started his own business. In fact, if you go to his channel, which is still like up, and go and see his last video, tell you everything you need to know, better than we can explain, I imagine. So yeah, let's chuck up some. Oh, you know what? But yeah, if you haven't got a Facebook page, for all you other dumpster divers out there, I know just me, Kathy, myself, and Grabbit have a Facebook page. Please consider. Listen to what I say. please consider putting something up there. I know you guys are like just focusing on YouTube and developing that, and that's all fine and that's great. That's great. But don't put all your eggs in one basket. Yes, part of Denmark is landlocked to Germany, but the rest is over 500 islands. Oh, I got you. Okay. I did not know that. That's incredible. Thank you. Oh, yeah. We all know about Grabbit's incredible haul. Wouldn't exactly say it was a haul. It was a like tripped over it. Hey, Grabbit. Yeah, join all of our Facebook pages. You know, they're doing amazing. But thank you, Lindsay and Alvin. Appreciate that. Yep, it's all been living with Big B or Grab It Fast or Just Me, Kathy. We all have our channels up there. Also, Grizzly's Adventures has theirs as well. Heather's Halls has a Facebook page, all doing extremely well. And yeah, always appreciate and love your support. Yes, he did, Jackie? Yeah, Double D did do a really nice exit video. Very nice one. Hey, he was a good follow, man. At the end of the day, he was a good follow. I really enjoyed getting to know Scott. He was a good follow. He meant really well, eh? It was overwhelming and crap. There was so much. I would have look, man. I would have started. Oh man, I couldn't even. I would have been there for hours going through stuff, making sure I had a little bit of everything. You know. You think you're still in Facebook jail, Jackie? What are you doing in Facebook jail? You have been arrested in the name of the Facebook law. Now throw away the key and do not pass go. I've heard about Facebook jail, never been in it myself. That's the truth. All fun and games though. I don't have to buy coffee creamer all year. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. But man, just that roll off alone, man. I mean, if I was to hazard a guess, just in the roll off alone, you know, looking at like 30 or $40,000 in in just in just retail value. What the puck? Bro, what's up? What's up? Good to see you, man. What the puck? Honey cards in the house, guys. Let's give him a big hell yeah. How long does coffee creamer last? Can anyone answer that? We don't even. I don't even really know what coffee creamer is. Is it a liquid or is it a powder? Can someone answer me that? I mean, just by looking at the name coffee creamer, it says it would be it would be a liquid. Is it a liquid? I have no idea. And do you like put make a coffee and then add coffee creamer to the coffee? How does that actually work? Claudette's saying that she loves all divers, both, but the kind I found was a flavored liquid. It's good shit, he reckons. Nice. It comes in both. Okay. So, like, how does it work? Do you make it like a drip? Use a filtered coffee or a instant powdered coffee, and then add the creamer to it? There you go, Lindsay. Yeah, because I imagine creamer is like it's like a flavored cream, right? So you'd have like a plain coffee, and then you would just add the flavoring to whatever the flavor was, whether it be hazelnut is good. Saying you can stick it in the freezer and it lasts about a year, from my experience with the kind you found, Brandon. Uh, Phyllis says, I use cereal cream for my coffee. It is better for you. Oh, we've gone well beyond what's better for us. Sugar snare. I'll just dip my chocolate chip cookies in there in my green tea. But yeah, there you go. That's a good tip, though, Phyllis. Cereal cream. I don't even know what cereal cream is. I mean, I can surmise a guess or make an assumption what it is if I was to say that it's cream and for cereal. We need to set up our own Facebook page as we still only have personal accounts at the moment. Yes, yes. Take the time to investigate it and just like all I'm saying is like at least open one up and set one up. And you don't have to hammer it at all, until you get a bit of a feel for it. But at least have one there so then when it comes time you can hit the ground running, once you get a feel for YouTube. Because that transition, the transition to Facebook, from YouTube to Facebook is far easier than it is to say from Facebook to YouTube, because they're two totally different beasts. After having a really long conversation with just me, Kathy, about it, she had a whole like swag of questions that she pelt off, and we sort of talked about it a little bit. But yeah, they're two totally different beasts, and you'll understand that more once you get more time and experience behind that. But everything takes time. We then never go into a new job being experts at it, ever. We have to learn that stuff. And if being on social media, you think is your thing, and at least give it 100%, at least give it 100% first, and give yourselves plenty of time to to do that, and also let yourselves fail. Don't go into it thinking that it has to be perfect. It doesn't. It just has to be done and executed, and then just keep plodding away at it, and always stay connected with what's going on out there, with your other within your dumpster diving community. And just pick up on the things that take your fancy, and that you pick up on your eye, and those sort of details, and then incorporate it into your own style and make it your own. I may have set up a Facebook page and post. That's good. That's good. We are on Instagram and TikTok. We are just trying to get our channel out there. We have still fairly small, just over 700 subs. But, nothing wrong with that. It's a beginning. Many people take ages, even longer than what you have, to even get that much. And it's not really about the subs. I mean, it's good to just watch yourself grow, but the growth really comes from here and not the numbers. You know, the numbers will come eventually. Look, when you love what you do and you enjoy what you're doing, the consequence of doing that is reward, and the reward is like however you want that reward to be, whether it be numbers, whether it be a, a set of opportunities that come your way, or that feeling of being blessed in some form. Yep, everyone starts with zero. Everybody starts with zero. Yeah, and most people give up because the numbers aren't there. A lot of people give up because they're stuck on the numbers. Roxanne says if you freeze non-dairy liquid creamer, it will last up to 6 months in the freezer. I I imagine that would be the case. Grabbit says the Best Buy dates were like July. I think so. That will help. Yeah, and I've been getting, I don't know about over there, but over here, there's been a lot of articles going up about the corporates using Best Buy and use by dates because all of the safety standards are created in house, right? In house, not third party, federally subsidized companies that the government utilizes to put guidelines right across the board as far as food and safety. A lot of corporates use in-house standards, and then we find out that the used buys and best buys can often be used as a ploy for um, a selling ploy that to move product through the shelves quickly, yeah, and then create more product. So the supply is like being jam packed, but the demand isn't there now with the cost of living going higher, and but there's nothing happening with the wages. Prices are going up everywhere, and but wages aren't going up, so people are not are being able to afford, but the supply is still coming in at such a fast rate, and supermarkets are making are still in profit, still in profit. 9%, 9%, like every month, enough to make a person sick. Kiddlywinks. And Rural Squirrel, how are you? It seems like it's been an age since we last spoke, Rural Squirrel. I'm so excited you caught alive also. Hello from Colorado. Hoo-hoo-wee. It's half and half cream. Okay. 843 sub. You know what I used to do? Okay, moving right down here. So grieved by all the waste, but to see how God allowed people to find it before it's all destroyed is super amazing. That is true. That is true. I always say, even for the small amounts that what we do find, right, and that we do save, as small as it may be, it creates a ripple effect impact. It really does. So if there's 10,000 dumpster divers out there, that are out there doing this, and the small parts that we bring together, actually creates a big whole. It really does. But the numbers say that it's a lot more than that, and ever growing too. When I talk to the other creators like Rabbit, like Just Me, Kathy, and a whole lot of other content creators, they all say the same thing. The number of people that they come across dumpster diving is off the hook, you know, more than ever before. Which is one of the things I expressed to the journalists as well, because they're saying, is it? Do you know whether they do it out of necessity, or is it just a hobby? I says I'm probably sure they started off to see, that what we're doing on our videos is actually true, and then when they discover it's a lifestyle change. Yeah, it's a lifestyle swap. Everyone subscribing to everyone, that is super cool. That, that's what community is about. Yeah, go and check out what it's like the sea dumpster diving over in the UK with Lindsay and Alvin. Just me. Just me. Kathy is saying more than ever before and every time of the day and night now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it never was a competition, but it seems like that we're competing for it now, eh? But at the end of the day, it's not like we can take everything. The narrative was to try and get as much as we could. You know, I've when I spoke with Kathy last time, it was about what truly makes a dive successful. Is it the amount that we take home? Is it to ensure that that what we see in the dumpster, that we take it all, like every piece of it? If we're caught missing something, that we get called out for missing something. Dumpster diving was never ever about that. It was never ever about that. Dumpster diving was being able to take what you can and what you can share. That's one of the unwritten laws about dumpster diving, and a lot of people forget about that. A lot of people forget about it. Yeah, Kathy, like shit, leave me a bag of chips. um, Thank you, Big B. We don't drive, so we are not as big as some of you guys. But Alvin built a trailer with a bicycle and recycled material so we can take more from the dumpster. You guys, it's not easy. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, for sure. Hey, you guys, not easy job, but the rewards is lovely. May God keep and protect all of you. Thank you for those kind words. Yeah, well, the thing is, that, like I said, the unwritten laws or rules or the codes of dumpster divers and dumpster diving is only take what you can and what you can share. Number two is to leave it cleaner than you found it. Number three is to be respectful. If you're asked to leave, just leave. Don't argue or put up a fight. And number four is whoever got there first gets first dibs. But here in Australia, you'll have someone come rock up and jump in the same dumpster with you at the same time. You know, come and jump in with you at the same time. And if you don't mind that, then you don't mind that. As long as it doesn't end up at a grabbing scrap, like, hey, I was in there first, I want that, which potentially can be, in the United States, it can be dangerous. Someone will pull a gun out on you or something, or worse. I don't know if there's anything worse than a gun. Maybe a rocket launcher, perhaps. I'm just saying. Hey, Cindy Lou, bow, 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 bow. And Cindy Norris comes in at the same time. Hey, y'all, from the mountains in Tennessee. Love watching of y'all. Thank you for the blessings you share with us. We appreciate you. Thank for the kind comment, Lucy, so much. Cindy Norris. Yeah, knocking people out for some sandwich bags and a bottles of water. Yeah. Pardon me. Pardon me. No, but you never know how desperate people can be and the lengths that some people will go to, even in a dumpster. I mean, I haven't heard or experienced that myself, but I could imagine. I could imagine. Desperate people do take desperate measures. We all know that to be true in some way, form or another. But those are the unwritten laws, and those are the codes that we've lived by, and we seem to have forgotten that, and just there's this notion that because we're at the dumpster that we should take everything, right? And that's what makes it a successful dive. That's what makes it a successful content. That's what makes it a successful channel. But my narrative is, nah, that's not how it was supposed to be. And I think as creators we need to consider that unless you can move it through you, for sure. If you're shopping for other people and you're not storing it in your house, okay, I can understand that you're sharing it in that way. But if you ain't doing that, then you ain't doing anyone any favors. In fact, you're just changing the geography of the trash. And really need to be considerate of others. And if you know that others aren't dumpster diving in there, then make some phone calls. And if those phone calls aren't going to do any good, then just leave it. You just, despite our desire to help the environment and save things from the landfill, we, you know, we can't. We can't. It's difficult to try and do that one dumpster at a time. You know. Okay, who's got any questions? No, I'm only joking. Hey, Pearl from Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. Hi there, Pearl. How are you? Kathy, you got pepper sprayed? Oh, you got pepper spray. You've got pepper spray. Yes. Yes, safety first. Pearl saying, dumpster, just me, Kathy, has got an amazing channel. She sure has, and she's super kind. Yep. Yeah, Kathy, I'm never sneaking up on you. No, I just got 2 refills of my pepper spray, and I hope I never have to use it. Well, it sounds like you've already used it, Kathy. If you have to refill 2 of them. Oh, crack up. Yeah, safety first. Hey, at the end of the day, safety first. You'll be safe. Cindy, she carries a 380 along with a razor and 2 knives. I told the place I'm not afraid of others. They should be afraid of me. Went and got my permit. Holy fuck. Thank you, Pearl. Carry a blade with you? Oh my God. It's just like that guy, right? He was just about to rob this old lady. She must have been about 90 years old. And the young guy goes, "Hey, lady, give me your purse." And the lady goes, "I'm not going to give you my purse. Firstly, I can kick you in the groin with my foot. I can smash you over the head with my handbag. I can take a knitting needle out of my bag and stab you in the throat. I'll take my hairpin out and poke you in the eye, or I can take off my shoe and knock you over the head." And he goes, "Yeah, well, cool, but next time it's just me and you." Oh, they're like 8 years old, so I better figure to replace them. Okay. Oh, so like not only is it like pepper spray, but it's also skunk spray at the same time. So not only does he get pepper in his eyes, but it smells horrid. Actually, you do. It's one of those heavy. Oh man, you guys got to get protected up, eh? I don't blame you. Safety first. Yeah, the escape plan. You need an escape plan. How was this, guys? Look, Pill says about 3 years I followed you guys. My top 3 is Kathy, Big B, and Grab It Fast. Well, you got your top 3 right here. Ain't you the luckiest girl in the world? Kathy, there you got a screwdriver. Just in case. Hey, next thing you're gonna have to like wear like a small what do they call the cops call it? Like a utility belt. Like you're gonna have to walk around with a builder's like a builder's belt with all of the magnetic attachments in it. Oh. Hey man, did you bring the grabber? No, but I got my box cutter knife, my pepper spray, and my 45 Magnum. What, no grabber? I've got my billion light torch. Cindy Norris says, I always am sweet as a southern woman I was supposed to be as long as you're nice. But I was taught to shoot like a man and carry a knife since I was 11. When you live in the mountains, you gotta be, I wouldn't say careful, you gotta be handy. Taser next day, and then that's it. The armory is filled. Well, there you go. It gives you a bit of insight. Well, hey, it gives you some insight that if you have to arm yourself as a dumpster diver, so do other dumpster divers. Will no doubt be carrying something. Uh, right? Got to be carrying something. So probably in America, it wouldn't be such a great idea to even pull up and say, "Hey, what's up? Uh, love your channel." Uh, with the taser. Oh man, yeah, just pay just to stay your own ground. But over here in Australia, we don't have that issue. I don't carry around anything but a friendly smile and a firm handshake. Yeah, I say, oh, you want some chocolate? Perhaps maybe a soft drink. Yeah, all fun and games. At the end of the day, safety's first. Even I can even I sketch out sometimes, and I haven't been more sketchy than I have over the like fucking like during the pandemic, man. It was so eerie and quiet and like nothing around. It was weird being at a dumpster at a certain time of the night and you couldn't hear not one car, not one car on the road, man. I was the only car on the road, man. Wow, that was like probably the scariest times. Yeah, but I could hear footsteps walking in the distance and people chatting in the distance. That was pretty scary. Like I wasn't scared for my life, but just like like yeah, freaked me out a little bit. But hey, I'm here, aren't I? Phyllis made a homemade Carolina Reaper spray. Dang, Phyllis, the old homemade danger. Crack up. Yeah. So yeah, the six. How do we measure the success of a dive? You guys tell me. I'm not really asking the other creators, but you guys that watch us as creators. Is it the size of the hole that makes it the best videos to watch? Is it the personality of the people that you follow? Their kindness and their willingness to get out there and jump in the dumpster and or just how they present the hall to you. For me personally, before I was even deep in the creation, I always thought it like I was always wowed, and then I was always shocked about like how they would take everything. It used to shock me because I would think to myself, are they the only dumpster diver in that whole city? That whole town? Because if they are, okay, I can think that. But I mean, man, if you go out 2 or 3 times a week, what do you do with it all? What do you do with it? If you don't see you like giving it away, or don't see you donating it, and there's a lot. And then when I do see you doing it, that's amazing. Then I only need to see you do it a couple of 3 times, and then I will just entrust that's what you do. Yeah. Oh, she donates it. Oh, he donates it. Oh, he gives it away to things and directly to families. Oh, like Justin Cathy's got tons of videos like whole strings of videos, series of videos strung together. Every single one of them has got a blessing box, but I would just entrust that. I know that's what she does. That's what you have to do. I mean, when you find so much, I guess you have to do it. But to be compelled to, to that's what you have to do as far as it being your content seems like a little bit crazy to me. So Pearl says, for me, it's personality, hardworking, organized, and especially the charity part, giving to the masses, large bulks, teach people around the world. I like that. I like the organized part too. Yeah, being organized. Yeah, I'm totally unorganized. Yeah, but I can see the benefits in watching that. That you're sharp on what you do. That you have your bags ready and that you're just like ready to throw it in, and it's a real fluent movement. Yeah, I like that part. I don't think the charity part needs to be shown every single video. Because I go to Halo, so going in there and every time filming doesn't appeal to me as a creator, because there's a lot of people around, so blessing boxes are okay. Blessing boxes are okay. People would run out of space if they didn't donate. I think, well, they do run out of space, Leilana. Who remembers seeing Stephen Steph when Steph was doing videos about decluttering? Anyone see that? Or freaking um, frugal family, Julie. She's going through the decluttering process again in 2023. She did it last year in 2022, and almost had a breakdown in 2021 when she was emptying out her attic. So do divers go through that? Heck yeah. Who hasn't seen Tiffany Cherie, who's on TikTok and has a million. Uh she's got like a small warehouse or people that hire what do they call them? Storage spaces for your dumpster diving finds. The Double D had a storage space. It was chockers, and then he went and got a big one. There are not so many divers in the UK, especially in our area. We go out once or twice a week and donate a lot to a small independent charity shop and share with friends, neighbours, etc. I think there's more divers there than you would expect, but I think there wouldn't be as many as what I think that there is. I know there are quite a few channels over the years that did come from the UK. I know there used to be one in Ireland and used to be one in Scotland. And of course there's dumpster diving Debs, who was the very first UK dumpster diver I ever saw. Dumpster diving Debs, she's been around for 7 years, and there's about one or two others as well. One or two others. Cindy says the best drive was grab it and or dive was Kyle in that dinosaur outfit. I laughed so hard I fell off my bed. There you go. So it's like the personality and the fun that can be had from dumpster diving, not even the dumpster diving itself, and it's for its own reasons. A shooting? Dang. Our food banks here won't take food, even if it's only best before dates. It's a shame, really, as a lot of people going hungry here. Yeah, but there are social media platforms like the marketplace you can put on for free. You can open up the line and say, I have free food, and then just be very transparent. Hey, Jin Jin. Hi there, Jin Jin. How are you? Good to see you. All the way over there in the Philippines. Pearl said, last time I remember I watched a live video you done with Brandon. The best laughter always from Brandon. Hope you all make a group live video again soon. Yeah, that's a great idea. I think we'll get into that soon enough. People here in Malaysia, the goods not that fancy to get in the dumpster because I'm afraid of rats and cockroaches. Ew. But I learned to get free milk powder samples sent to my mail mini boxes, and I give to my neighbors, kids, babies for free milk samples. That's great. That's so awesome. So that's what I learned to do from you guys. Yes, there cannot be denied that even though we don't experience rats and cockroaches and creepy crawlies and all that yucky, stuff in our dumpsters, does not mean that it doesn't exist. In fact, I used to watch a channel on YouTube, and that's what they did. There was a couple of rubbish guys that picked up the dumpsters around, and what they would do is they would spend the first 5 minutes banging away at the dumpsters, and there's just like, and they were just big mouth mice, but small rats, but there were tons of them. Wow. They were just jumping around and springing and bouncing around everywhere. So we, I guess we should be blessed that not every place is like that, And my dumpsters are definitely not like that. It's definitely starting to get more popular here in the UK. We just hope to show people what's going on with the amount of waste. We want to take away any stigma about it here, hopefully. Yeah, and I think the best way to do that is to show them exactly which stores are the ones that are going to be the safest, because at the end of the day it's about safety, and making sure that you're safe. Wear gloves. Wear gloves. Not everyone needs to wear them. That's cool. There's so much misconception about the best by dates, expiration dates, use by dates. There are fast. I would definitely take heed and to the use by dates, and check out those guidelines. But the expiration dates and the best by dates, I don't even give them a second glance. Hi, Alison. How are you? So good to see you, my friend. All the way over there in Ireland, Irish lass Alison. Yeah, I think from our content that we just let people know that this displacement exists, and that to not be afraid of it. If you're on the struggle, outside of like growing your own vegetables, that this is an actually viable resource. And it takes some gumption to and some time to be able to get a feel or a routine going for it. And because I think a lot of people that watch it are in the mad belief that when you go to a dumpster and open up the lid, this is what you find every time. That's the romance and the fantasy. And for some, they actually do experience that very first time. And for those that don't, it's like, it's a setup. So Braxton saying a lot of people think dumpsters are gross, but the biggest problem we run into is raccoons, and in the summertime, the smells. Yep. I can see how the smell can be off-putting, but does it smell bad enough for you to stop getting what's good in there? Usually, like there's an Aldi's dumpster that was like a honey pot, and when I first used to go there, it smelled to high heaven. It's the one that had the squeaky gate. Every time I opened it up, it would go. I was literally telling the neighborhood, oh, someone's here. And then I took a bottle of vinegar and it was empty. Right, I checked it out; it was empty, and that didn't smell great. Not bad, but not great. And I just poured the vinegar in it and then just left it. And man, it's not roses, but it ain't. It isn't horrific either, but it ain't roses. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a dumpster. We always use gloves, says Lindsay, and advise anyone watching to do the same if they're going to try it. Also, make sure we advise people to leave it cleaner than you find it. Yes, we have to make that the narrative, and don't be, and there's things to be not afraid of too. Don't be afraid of cameras. If they see you, what are they seeing you doing? If you're just there to do the dumpster and you're taking stuff out of the dumpster, I would be surprised at any judge that will put you away from extracting rubbish, and what you do with it. I did watch a New Zealand police program where a store worker had called the police in New Zealand because they heard noises in the back, which wasn't closed off or anything, but it was just unusual for that time of the night. And when the police turned up, he was a dog unit, and he gave his dog a long leash, and this dog was just this Alsatian or German Shepherd was nothing. And it was these two ladies like dumpster diving, and they were just like middle-aged women, just like picking a few food items. But yeah, man, this cop was just like, get away from there. What are you doing? Like just this really hard line, like he was dealing with mass murderers. Yeah, but man, this dog was no, I like doing that. My husband farts makes dumpster smells good. I can handle it. Hey. Oh, Jiggy, you crack up. When I was young, there was no Best Buy dates or anything. I've said that before. Canned goods were forever, and everyone bought their meat and dairy each day as few. Yeah, me too. I never ever experienced used by or Best Buy dates in New Zealand until I come to Australia. And that was, I've only been here 16 years. So 16 years ago, there was no used by dates, Best Buy dates, none of that shit. But here we go. Here it is. Roxanne says, the last dumpster I went, they had opened everything and toward salad dressings all over it and some cleaner. I know. That's uh, that's highly unfortunate and dangerous, especially the cleaner, especially like bleach or anything like that. It's dangerous. It's toxic because if it drips out and then goes into the washes down in the waterways, in the water drainage, and that's messed up. Happy Mac is in the house, everybody. Everybody, let's say hello to Happy Mac. This is my friend Barbara. I don't know why these stores feel the need to destroy items. Well, it's the corporate that feels the need to destroy them, not so much the managers police that. The workers are they're just puppets in the game, and they're just told what to do. But it comes from the top. The shit starts at the top and it just settles at the bottom. But yeah, I don't understand why they take so much pleasure in doing it. Yeah, the animals drink that water, and vegetation drinks it through the soil. Yeah, it's dangerous. That stuff should be illegal to tip out, like those sort of cleaning products and stuff like that inside the dumpster, because it does have a leak hole at the bottom of every single one of them. Braxton saying, I'm posting a video on YouTube that a store destroyed everything in the dumpster. Roxanne, be sure to go and check that out, ladies and gentlemen. He is just posting a video on YouTube now. Braxton and Marley's dumpster diving adventures. Go and see what they destroyed. Mac is so good to so glad to see you, Kathy. We are always so glad to see you. So yeah, so as creators, that should always be in our narrative. All our even us experienced ones. I don't think we put it in there enough. That there has to be consideration for other divers out there. That, there's not a real need to take everything. Some people just don't have the ability to take everything, and then we have to then we have to try and explain it to everybody individually. And to stop doing that is that we do our best to put it in the videos. So then the communication right across the community goes can help us out in the comments when we see people that like watch it for the first time and say you should take all of that. you know our community should get behind us and say, well, they don't there are other divers out there, and help us explain to them, and that's how you guys as viewers and followers and fans and subscribers can support the community and the content creators, because it is mind racking and mind boggling the amount of times that even we say it over and over again in our videos that we still have to explain it in our comments. So we do rely on our community a lot to get behind us and say that, help us out with those sort of comments. Um, and I know they could be asking a lot, and there's no expectation of it. But I do notice some people do that from time to time. But yeah, that's the narrative. Not all dumpster divers are looking for food items. Many take toiletries, toys, homeware. Saving items from the landfill has to be a good thing. It does, yeah. And food, like you say, not all divers. Some divers don't go to take food at all, zero. But I think the popularity of that is turning around. Irish lass, Alison, it's turning around. I see dumpster divers that never dive for food ever are diving for food now. Because there's that. Because they're watching numbers. They're watching numbers, and and the trend is turning away a lot more from say like lanterns and candles, right? Lanterns and candles to essential items and fresh food. I've seen a big trend hitting more in that direction. Processed food, packaged food, snacks and goodies and that sort of stuff. That's where I see here it's heading towards. It's actually illegal here to put toxic chemicals in the regular dumpster. So cleaning products like blah blah blah. Breaking the law. Yeah, but how do you police that, right? Unless you're dumpster diving, how do you police that? You ring them up. Hey man, guess what? Yeah, I guess you can call them out in your videos. You didn't get your notification till just now, Barbara. Oh, okay. I'll be mad. I'm mad at YouTube too for doing that. It's uploading now. Should be done in a minute or two. Well, don't forget to go and check that out, ladies and gentlemen. Braxton and Marley's Dumpster Diving Adventures. Leilani, I think people say it because it goes against the grain to leave perfectly good food behind. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I think people say it because I think there's an expectation that if we don't take it, that is being left behind, right? That's what I think it is. But you could be right also, Leilana. But what I'm saying is that because we're actually out there doing it, and we know that these dumpsters are occupied by more than just ourselves. We know that. So when we don't say that, that becomes the whole thing behind the commentary, because we don't say it. So now it's become that has to be part of the narrative of the video, which I don't mind myself. That's why things get left behind. I could even make you up a box and leave a box for other dumpster divers, But there shouldn't be that expectation that as a as a creator of content for dumpster diving, there shouldn't be an expectation that everything needs to be taken. You know, there's some common sense around the fact that there are other divers, just simply because the popularity is more prevalent. But if you can't consume it or donate it, then it's wasted anyway. Yeah, you have to be really like, yeah. If you can't, if it doesn't go, through you, then it's like I said, it becomes trash, but just in a different location. Yep. That's why I think we should look about like the what makes a dumpster diving video a good one. And if it's the personality, well then okay. Well then we should cheer on the dumpster divers for the way that we present and deliver our content, right? That's what I think. But at the same time, and you guys do, there's so many kind and loving and encouraging comments out there that far outweigh the comments that you know that often can be crawl under our skin. Yeah, that sometimes it can leave sometimes the divers content creators discouraged. It's a heck of a thing to put our content out there on a world stage, a global stage for everyone, and that comes with the territory. We're subject to not only the positivity but to the negativity as well. We're subject to that. But I think that once you've been doing it long enough, that as a community that we can get behind each other, and go in and bat for your favorites. Last year, my brother bought a can of pie filling so my sister could make dessert. She made it. We ate it. Then she saw the date on the can expired 2013. We were fine. So what does that tell us? Aside from, hey, that sometimes, that canned stuff is fine, but I think that we have put the imagery and the ideas in our heads that if it's that way inclined, if it's that date, then it's going to make us sick. So it already puts a nasty taste in our mouth, right? Already puts a nasty taste in our mouth. So just just by that, we like, oh no, no way, no go. But if there was like nothing on there and we just like hammered it, and we have to use our senses and our sensibility, but that is fucking crack up. Big Bear had to ask Rabbit sees raccoons in the dumpsters. He sure does. And he hates them too, they're like grey four-legged devils. What animals frequent the dumpsters in Oz? Like practically zero. Human animals. Yeah, mammals. I haven't come across anything. The worst thing I've ever come across is I've seen snakes nearby. I've seen spiders and just creepy crawlies, but no animals, like no quokkas, no bung arrows, no 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 blue tongues. Hey, what are those? What's a bung arrow? A bung arrow is like a goanna. What's what was the other one I said? No, quokka. What's a quokka? A quokka or bandicoots. Might see the odd bandicoot, but snakes and spiders, nah. Yeah. Hope that answers your question. I don't see. There's nothing like go around the dumpsters. There's no dumpster foragers go around. I haven't come across rats, but I'm live in a really nice part of our city. Yeah, but there's probably rats around, but I haven't seen them. Mm, Haters are always going to hate, unfortunately, but we take it just as another comment and move on. Yep, yep, but at the same time, we have to like take it on board as like, what are you hating on? What are you hating on? Are you hating on the act of what I'm doing? Are you hating on me for sharing the food? Are you hating on me for digging for food? Are you hating on me for taking the broken stuff because it's broken? See, haters will be haters, but they have to pay attention to the comment. Honestly, guys, pay attention to the comment. It matters about what part of the comment what part of what we're doing are they hating on, and if they're not specific, ask them. Keep their conversation going until you find out. Most people don't because they're just one-offs. No possums in Ireland, only critters. And the dumpsters here are rats. Yeah, they're everywhere. Hey, Janine. Hi there. Hi, baby. I heard you saying in a video that you don't have that many homeless people in your town. It's really refreshing knowing a country looks after their homeless. Yeah. Janine, the reason why there's not many homeless numbers here is that it's considered a regional part of the main city. And numbers are always increase over the summertime because my town is a really, really beautiful uh, beach type setting. So they come here in the summertime when there's like zero rain, they're close to bodies of water. There's heaps of different shelters for them to sleep in and under, and it's really young. It's a really young group. There's no elderly. There are a few of them, but not a whole lot of them. But the services here are great. They have two soup kitchens, one that runs twice a day, every day for 7 days a week, and one that does like lunchtime meals. So they can get fed 3 square meals throughout the day, every day. So they're pretty good. Plus, plus they can go to any church, any a second-hand or thrift shop, any op shop, any Salvation Army, any charitable organization, and get bread by the loaves. Only thing is that they're houseless. Really, they're not homeless. They're houseless. People actually make a choice to be houseless because the cost of rent is like people make that choice. Individuals, but there are some families that sleep in their cars, and for that reason, and but they're just houseless. But as far as going hungry, there's no hunger. There's no need for hunger here. Snakes and spiders are my worst nightmares. Only animals I've seen near or in the dumpsters are squirrels and one skunk. Man, squirrels are just like bushy-tailed rats to me. That would freak me out. Alison, some keyboard warriors are just looking for anything to moan about. Of course they are. It's about knowing the difference between them and the other ones that are just, they think they're calling you out on something, right? Like not donating, like oh, you don't donate, or you should donate. You should donate. New people that are just watching your content for the first time, oh, you should take that. You should freeze the bread. Yeah, that's what you should do. You should take all of the bread. I don't know if you had a look in that dumpster, but there was like 500 loaves. What am I going to do with 500 loaves? What any freezer have you ever seen of that's not a walk-in, like in my small house? Just people that are not then They're just not making good negative comments. They make really bad ones. Hey, oh, you're dialing in from South Africa. Love watching your videos. Appreciate you always coming in, Janine. Always. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Janine, about that. Hey, so Kathy, did you schedule at all? I'm just wondering because I didn't I'm not sure if you did you drop a video on Thursday? If you didn't know, like Kathy always traditionally drops a video on Thursday at 9:26 or 9:16 or 9:26. Freeze the chocolates, bread, cheese, ripe bananas. My freezer is the size of a small microwave. Yeah, yeah. Mine's only about the size of a like medium-sized microwave. Yeah, I can only get like 2 loaves of bread in there anyway. Oh, you didn't? Okay, okay. Oh, it was just an idea. The homeless, you never know why they are just don't want to be in the system and wouldn't go into a hotel even if it was free. When I say I understand that, I get the side eye. Yeah, that's it. You should reply to the manners. Oh, what a Alison was saying. Oh, what a great idea! I will next time. I do. I do. I say thanks for the feedback. Yeah, I never. Well, some of them I used to say, "Well, I never thought of that." Oh, thanks, Big B. I scream about the bread, but it's because of the poverty in South Africa. You still rock. No, I know. I know. I do understand. I really do understand. But yeah, that's been the narrative for nearly 2 years, and I've just stopped saying it over the last year or so about the why I don't take the bread. But for 2 years, I used to put in every video I don't take the bread because I can't donate it, and I can't donate it because it's the most abundant waste that I come across in the dumpsters. The most abundant. I find bread in like every dumpster. Sometimes every single dumpster, I'll find tons and tons of bread, and it's already been donated out into like organizations and yada yada yada. And But yeah, I've even got videos of me getting turned down, taking like bread to the food bank. I'm not lying. Got a video there of me taking bread to the food bank, and they said they can't take it. We'll only just throw it in our skip bin. We'll only just throw it away in our bin. And they go, oh, well, I'm not taking it with me. If that's what you're going to do, do it. So I says, look, take that bread, right, because it's fresher, and take the bread that's been in your store for a couple of days and throw that in the bin. I can understand you wanting to do that, but don't throw this stuff in the bin. This was only got like thing by yesterday. So yeah, so there has to be some kind of value to my time and effort of what I do, and I'm trying to get the maximum effect for the minimum amount of effort because I don't have the money to race around town and try and fill up my car with gas and try and get all of these things done. I don't. I'm not a well off one man operation at all by any stretch of the imagination. Everything I do comes out of my own pocket. Everything that I do comes out of my own pocket. That's why I appreciate the gifts and all that. I'd sooner turn them down and send them back to you. I'd sooner do that and just work through it myself. But I do appreciate it, But I'd just never ask for it. That's all. I would never ask anyone for it. I, I might have asked grab it a couple of times for a bit of a helping hand. But, you worked on it though. Oh, you worked on it. Oh, that's okay. But, hey, whatever. Oh yeah, and that's what we talked about. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. No, you stay pure and solid. That's all that matters. You have your own peace of mind. I have two chest freezers, but most isn't even my food. They just come get it when they want it. That's great. I don't even have room for a chest freezer. At least leaving it in dumpster, the next diver can take it, and that's what almost always happens. Now I do got a couple of friends that I call when it's like massive. When it's massive, they come in for their farm animals and do it. I've been told to go and feed it to the ducks. It's illegal to feed the birds here. I can't. I, it's illegal for to feed the birds here. Because I can't go and feed them the bread because they just carry diseases like the pigeons here. And it's just illegal because of the wildlife here is like so diverse, and especially the bird wildlife here. It's there's some not rare but numbers certainly what they weren't before the Jurassic era. But yeah, Jackie, at least leaving it there for other dumpster divers is definitely the consideration that we talk about when we leave it behind. Oh, quality. Oh, okay. No worries. We're not allowed to dive in South Africa. We will be locked up. Okay, that's unfortunate. I'm pretty. Look, I'm sure people are dumpster diving there. You know, Ginny. I'm pretty sure people are dumpster diving there. Yep. If anyone's just like gone through just haphazardly to go and like collect boxes or something, and then they find something, they're going to. I'm moving. I'm just want to grab a couple of boxes. Even if they ask for permission, can I go at the back and grab a couple of boxes? Sure, go. Yeah, sure. No worries. Go and help yourself. And they do that, and then they come across something. I guarantee that they'll go back. And unless it's illegal, nothing's going to stop you from going and checking it out. If you're in South Africa and you go and watch a video on dumpster diving, and you don't know that it's illegal, you'll go and check it out. I'm not saying that's what you should all of a sudden do. Stop knowing what you know. Okay. Whoo! Wow. But if I can talk for like nearly 2 hours about dumpster diving, that's how passionate I am about it, really. And in my campaign about like my campaign right now is about what makes it a successful dive. I would love to just put up some videos of me just getting small amounts. Um, and I've just deleted footage because I just didn't think it would meet the YouTube standard of the people that follow me, and how it would be detrimental or derogatory for my channel to even put something up like that. But like shit, it's not like I'm like you know peaking to the stars or anything with the growth. I don't even know why I even concern myself with that, considering all the different kind of footage I've put up on there, man, some real crap quality, and both visually and orderly, audio wise, and the terrible editing that I've done, and just the way I've evolved, and then and let that get to me. The dumpster diving has a side of it that's a reality, and I should just like get over myself and just like, hey, this is what it was like this week. Not every dumpster diver's a win, man. Not everyone's a win. Um, has anyone ever found gift vouchers not emptied? Biggest gift voucher I've ever found Oh, it had $75 in it. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Barbara says, yes, it's illegal to feed the deer in our state because the city folks don't want them around. So if I feed four-legged furry birds with hooves, look away, look away. No, it's illegal to feed the birds here because of the just the cross contamination, or just that you just can't feed them like anything. Some of them are specialized eaters. For one wanting to make a Facebook page, what do you put for a category? Video creator. So you can put something up on your phone, and then if you have a laptop, you can change it to video creator. So you can change it there. Kathy says, out of thousands of gift cards I've checked, I've only ever found one card from Ulta Beauty with $25 on it. It's just not worth the time for me. Nah, I stopped ages ago. Yeah, I did it because I was watching Steve and Steph all the time, and Steph would just like be so excited to find the gift cards that's what I started to do. Yeah, and then I went, nah, I'm not doing that anymore, man. The problem with dumpsters in Northern Ireland is they're kept in locked yards at the back of the store, so you can't even get near them. That would certainly be a problem. But is that every dumpster? Every single? We're talking like in a 5 kilometer radius that I live in, there'd be over 300 dumpsters. If I counted every single one of them, there'd be over 300. Some of them are locked away in yards. Some of them are locked in, behind gates. But not every single one of them. Not every single one. Yeah, but it might be different in Ireland. I'm talking about Australia here. um, Heavy Mac, I just feel it's becoming so much more important to dumpster dive now. People are having such a hard time with food prices and availability. Availability. No, it's more important to learn how to grow your own food. That's where the importance is. We need to remove the fact that dumpsters are a food source to go to, even though that it is. We are so dependent on the convenience of supermarkets and food and retail chain stores. We have become so dependent on them. Whatever happened to the green grocer, and supporting the butcher, and supporting the baker, and supporting the small corner store? Those days are over now, man. Some places still have those around, the small general store or the small green grocer that's been there for 30, 40, 50 years in your neighborhood. We need to get back to learning how to grow our own food. That's the only way. And when we learn how to grow our own food, then we're not so dependent on going to the supermarkets to get like everything, to buy everything. We get toilet paper, flour, sugar, those sort of things that we can't process. But we can make our own butter. We can make our own butter if that's what your thing is. Yeah, but I think that if that was the case, if dumpsters was the case, because not like Alison says, not every dumpster is available, and for critters, not every dumpster is approachable. So what do you do for those people that don't have those kind of dumpsters? If dumpster diving becomes increasingly more popular and necessary, right? We have to learn how to grow our own food. We can do it in pots on our mantelpieces. A dozen eggs are over $6 here in mid California. Yet I bet you it'll cost $12 to buy a chicken, and never buy a chicken on their own. Yeah, I reckon it costs about $40 or $50 to get 3 or 4 chickens. We don't have gift cards with any value on them here. You have to take them to the till and add money. Vouchers, yep. Voucher active. We never find any value on gift cards here. I think it is to do with the store security and goes back to the days of the civil unrest here when there were security gates around the back of all malls and shops. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. And it's become a habit now, right? It becomes a habit. I understand, Alison. Yeah. Yes, I've doubled down on my garden size this year. The whole grow a row to be charitable makes me happy. I think, and I remember reading about a time in the 1950s, or sorry, the 1940s during the Second World War, that they started a thing across America called the Jubilee Gardens. The Jubilee Gardens was a propaganda that they spread across the United States to encourage people to grow their own vegetables. And from the start, they had like 100,000 known registered gardens that in in less than a year spread out to over 8 million gardens that were producing food. That's fuck, man. And then we should be encouraging our councils to plant food type trees and shrubberies around our neighborhoods. Who wants who wants to see a fucking iron claw, an iron claw tree um grove? Forget that, man. Man, fill them up with macadamias and fill them up with tangerine trees and fill them up with olive trees and fill them up with, you know, um, you know, kumquats and quinces and persimmons, anything but like jacarandas and all these other trees that are just there to beautify, make them feed people. Walmart ran off our locally owned independent grocery store. That's what they were designed to do, to run off the small person, man. Some of the independent grocery store, they've probably been there for like a generation. They've done the same for our local butcher. He couldn't compete with the cheap prices, yet he had the best cuts. He made the best cuts, and he'd always get the best beast, and he'd carve it up in front of you, and you know, the, those skills, those days are gone, man. They're gone. They need to be reintroduced and says, hey, we need a small business in this neighborhood. We need a butcher. We have. I'm not into planting non-food trees. Neither am I, Barbara. But our councils need to do it locally within our neighborhoods and new neighborhoods that go up or new suburban areas. Stop just planting flowery tree. I mean, plant everything, as well. But chuck up fruit bearing trees. Um, Janine reckons we have load shedding in South Africa, so we have to be careful about filling our fridges. We need to buy fresh daily. Would love to grow my own veg. I do struggle with cherry tomatoes and pests. Well, you know what? There is so much information on the internet, on YouTube, on how to grow and all sorts of adverse conditions. In fact, I know that there's a really popular permaculture gardener from South Africa growing fruit and vegetables in an urban setting in South Africa. But for the life of me, I can't think of his name, but he is amazing. And there's another guy in Australia called Self Efficient Me. He's got millions of subscribers and followers throughout his platforms, and just so basic. It's so basic. But yeah, that to start off, we need to learn how to recycle and minimize the waste in our home. And then we need to have open conversations with our neighbors and friends that this is what they should do. And the benefits that we have individually by doing that, and then utilizing the waste to not throw in the bin, but to use it as compost and put it straight out into our garden and develop these habits, these new habits and ideas, and then being able look. I want to be able to document that. I want to move away from dumpster diving because for me, dumpster diving content is not going to be sustainable. But I can create sustainable content just by documenting the things that I do as a result of dumpster diving. The things that I'm saving from going into the dumpster in the first place, but at grass level, at grassroots. I would love for that to be ultimately where I'm heading. Heidi ho, everyone. Heidi ho, dumpster diving into 505. Good to see you. And exposing our waste. How's the boys going? Man, we've been having some mad conversations about dumpster diving at the moment. So glad you joined us. Uh, you'll be sure to enjoy um, you'll be sure to enjoy the replay about some of the things that we talked about. I know you guys will be super interested, but we're far from over at the moment. I'm just getting warmed up, baby. In clay soil where potatoes grow. Potatoes will grow in clay soil, but it's just better to like grow on top. Like instead of digging into clay soil, just chuck topsoil on top and grow and grow on top of the ground. That's what we do here. We have got clay sand mixed soil. The soil here needs to be like highly treated. So instead of digging into the existing soil, we just grab topsoil that's already pre-mixed and then put it straight on top, and then like a raised garden. Yeah, a raised garden. So how is dumpster diving in the 505 going and exposing our waste? Man, that video that short you put up exposing our waste a little while ago about the roll off, man, that took off like wildfire, boy. Yep, yep. Potatoes are really hearty vegetable. Yep, they really are, man. And a root vegetable. I grow mine in tires. I've pulled out 20 pounds that went 4 tires high. Just kept on adding it and just leaving a little bit of the sprout about this much, about that much, poking out. And then when it grew about this much, but more, then I would fill it up some more. Yep, it does depend on sort of the potatoes, but as long if look, you can put like agria, use agria potatoes anyway that are like sprouting those little rubbery roots. You can chuck those in; they're a pretty hearty breed, agria. But any seeding potatoes, in any seeding potatoes will take off. It really comes down to temperature, soil temperature. So from my research, my research, and it's like different here in Australia because it's so dry. It's always dry. I love gardening, but we are not allowed to have them because of HOA rules. You can have an indoor garden inside your house. Yeah, you don't have to have one exposed so HOA can see. Yep. We're going to do one this year. We're going to do one this year. We're going to do indoor herbs and miniature vegetables like miniature carrots, um, chives, and other herbs. And we're going to do baby potatoes, which is going to be in a container, and everything's going to be indoors. Everything. Um, yeah, I'm glad I read that all the way through because I thought it says I found a bag of fancy pink-eyed potatoes from Tasmania a couple of weeks ago. Never heard of them before. I'm going to plant them, give it a try. And if you look, Happy Matt, Barbara, if you come across any Peruvian potatoes, any potatoes from South America, but especially Peruvian, and they should be around. They should be around. They grow anywhere and under any conditions, man. They are super hearty. They grow really small anyway, and they have these amazing purple, deep reds and crimsons and bluey colors, just like off the hook. That last video of rabbits was I was so shocked with all the waste. I would start phoning friends, have a dumpster party. Yeah. Other than our flowers, of course, yes, of course. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was unreal. Like what he found. Yeah. Yeah, I would have called the family up first, man. I says, hey, mum, hey, dad, hey, cousin, hey, auntie, hey, my auntie's cousins, mother's, nephews, first cousins, third grandmother's, next of kin's neighbor's dog. Yes, potatoes were growing great in clay soil. I remember as a child, one of the foster homes I was in had the whole back garden planted with spuds because it was too clay to plant a lawn. There you go. Oh, you have to try that. Oh, it's so worth it. You know what I love about like having a garden? When a garden flourishes, it is actually a reflection on how your life is going at the time. So when you're flourishing, your garden flourishes. When your garden don't flourish, there's something like something's missing in my life, baby. It's something. We watched some videos on growing potatoes in 5 gallon buckets, so we're going to try that this year. Yeah, any root vegetable, any tuber, any like anything like that. Yeah, vines are like different, anything on top, but you can do that with carrots, turnips, parsnips. What other root vegetables? Sweet potatoes. You have Peruvian blue fingerling. There you go. You know I'm talking the truth. I like those little purple ones. You know I'm speaking the truth then, Barbara. Right, we have to go now, unfortunately. Thank you, Big B, and everyone here in the chat. We have really enjoyed joining you. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful weekend. Happy diving. Thank you for joining us. I hope you took away something valuable and some good information with you, Lindsay and Alvin. And I hope that you gained a couple of, if anyone was just one or two subscribers, always appreciate you guys stopping in and saying hi. This is the place to come in. This is the live to come and be a part of Big B. You always got your fellas backs, man, and always try and spill some truths. But appreciate you stopping in always. A groovy way to put it. There's just a groovy kind of love. Okay, we've gone from dumpster diving to how to grow spuds. Yeah, they do. Yeah, spuds are heat sensitive. That's why we grow them during early spring. For us, it's early spring, and then harvest them into just before the summer. Yeah, and right through the summer actually. But yeah, they don't like the heat. They go off. We call it pedo. Hey Judy, how are you? Watching your videos, love from South Africa. Hi Judy, we got another friend here from South Africa too. Yeah, Janine Mitchell's all the way from South Africa as well. Judy, hey, it's like people ask me like from New Zealand. You go, oh, I've got a friend over in New Zealand. He's from New Zealand too. Do you know him? Oh, might do. There's only 4 million of us. God damn it. I have just subscribed to Lindsay and Alvin Dumpster Diving UK. Alison, thank you so much. I'm sure they will appreciate you. What are you growing now? Right now, we've just pulled up our tomatoes. just finishing off the end of our tomatoes and all our summer stuff. And we've just transplanted all of the herbs, cut them right back, and then replanted them into smaller pots, broke them up. But now we're getting ready for the autumn stuff, so it's all of it's like underground stuff, and we'll do some beans and some pumpkin because they're really hearty, and it's still, even though it's winter time over here, it doesn't get freezing, it doesn't get snowed on, there's no cold snaps. Be lucky if it goes down to below 1. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you get some freak weather patterns and it goes below 0, but not very often. Of course, you know them. Yeah. But yeah, so, but yeah, the best way moving forward, as far as, you know, making sure that our community and our society is doing well. The answer isn't behind dumpster diving, but we can give them the tips and the tools and the knowledge that if they were to check their dumpsters, that there's a chance that they can at least supplement for the meantime their food bill. If it doesn't, if it's not too confronting, that's really the word. If it's not too confronting for them, to do so. Otherwise, people if, that searching through dumpster or even food from the dumpster, just knowing that is way too confronting. How do we help those people? How do we help those people? Arvos are so expensive now. Do you have the same problem in summer in Oz? With expensive, like with things like avocados being expensive, that's everywhere. Hey, Big B, nice to see you. That you are okay. Thank you for saying so, Judy. I appreciate the kind comment. Thank you. It's nice to see you on comments as always a pleasure. Now, summer is so here's what Australia grows things to suit the environment and the weather. So so it's tropical and dry. Tropical and dry. So like pineapple, pineapples and mangoes and persimmons and those sort of kumquats, those sort of fruits that are prevalent. Olives, those sort of weather condition fruits and vegetables grow really well here. So the only problem with Australia is the soil. It's shocking. Yeah, terrible. But people have. But if you go over to Queensland and North Queensland, it's so rich and diverse, and you can head a bit further south into the southwest. Here in Western Australia, there's some of the best vineyards and some of the most beautiful orchards. They grow feijoas, and they've got an amazing forest. A guy planted trees about 35 years ago, and you can get truffles locally and stuff like that. It's planning, eh? It's planning, you know. Alpesh, big, you from Australia, Sydney? No, Alpesh, I'm from Western Australia. You know where I'm from. You've been to my lives now for nearly 2 years. You know where I'm from. Playing those funny games there. Hey, Lisa C. Hi, just me, Kathy. Fancy meeting you here. Yeah, fancy. Well, I mean, like, she'd normally be out dumpster diving around about now. Not even. It's only 1:30 in the afternoon. She'll be out. She'll be out there soon. Uh, 505. We live in the desert, so it's really dry and hot here. Same here in Western Australia. Like uh, not not all year round, but in summertime, a 40-degree day or 42-degree day, which is like 100 degrees in Fahrenheit. Uh, it's not that uncommon for for a string of days end on end. Yeah, so it's all root veg here in winter. In summer, we have apples, pears, of course, everything viney and everything above ground. Have such a damn climate here all year round. Yeah, you do. Same as New Zealand, that's what I know best. But over here, it's a little challenging. Lisa, I love WA. Been to Perth 3 times. You live in Florida. And what brought you to Perth for 3 times? They've got family over here, Lisa? Family over here for your Perth visits? So, yeah, we were talking, guys, if you just joined us, we were talking earlier about like the sustainability of dumpster diving, the necessity for dumpster diving for people that are struggling out there. The success of what makes a successful dumpster diving content. What? Whilst everyone in the comments wants us to take everything, as experienced dumpster divers, we try and be considerate of other divers. So, as much as even if we wanted to take everything, we can only process so much in the limited space that we have available. And if products and items that we save from the dumpster aren't passing through us, then we're merely changing the geography of the trash. It's still going to be trash because it's not going to be used, utilized, donated, or given away. Just something a lot of places don't accept things for whatever reason. They don't. So you don't want to be stuck with everything just because we in the belief that we need to take everything to create good content. That's not what true dumpster diving is about. It never was. It never has been. But as creators, we've certainly gone in that direction. So, so the question was asked, well, how do we, there are more people getting hungry. The cost of living is skyrocketing. What can we do? We can teach our people more to go out there and do dumpster diving. Is going to become a prevalent activity for most people. It's going to be a necessity. And so we started talking about, well, no, not really. We can learn how to grow gardens. We can learn how to grow our own food source, and not be so reliant on the supermarkets and going there to get the food. And the less that we actually do that, the less that they actually start supplying their stores. And if the demand's not there, then we're going to see less waste in the dumpsters. Yeah, if people aren't buying it anymore, if we learn how to grow our own vegetables in mass and then preserve them for ages, like our forefathers used to do, our ancestors, our grandparents used to do, big gardens, and do their own processing plants and jar and bottle and can everything, and then stored it up for the winter, and then they grew another patch of other videos, and there was this endless cycle that kept going around. We have forgotten how to be self-efficient, ladies and gentlemen. We've only learned to be lazy and accept the convenience. And then in this capitalist society, we need to stop it, man. We need to stop it. Go back to our roots. Go for a month at a time to make the flight worth it. Yes. Oh, yeah. And you were saying that my mate's father has a farm in Bindoon. Wow. You know where Bindoon is? Was famous in a movie called Castles. Yes, New Zealand climate is just like UK and Ireland. It is, Iris. It is, Alison. Goodbye, everyone. Love to all. Hey, well, goodbye, 505. We'll see you at the 202 next to the 309. I don't know what that even means, but yeah, thanks for joining us. You haven't seen since the virus, though. Sorry, y'all, I'm back having a rough week. I lost my voice being sick. Oh, no, well, at least you don't have to, like, talk. Well, yeah. Lisa, yes, it's all factory food now. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's all factory food, and we allow it to happen. We allow it to happen. We've allowed the conveniences and the led to believe that that's how we should live. That's what we should do. There's no propaganda about going out and there's no propaganda and any advertising about going growing your own garden. Do you see it? Do you? I don't. There's nothing out there about going out there and growing your own garden. Be self-efficient. There's nothing out there about creating your own energy. They only say that they can put solar panels up on your house and make electricity cheaper. But you can put solar panels out there, and 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 use inverters and actually feed the power grid and get paid by having your solar power and then having zero energy bills. You know, people even some places make storing rainwater illegal. Crazy, man. Crazy. Asparagus is my favorite veggie, Kathy says. Irish Alison saying it's 5:30 p.m. Saturday here in North Island. What time is it with you, Big B? It has just gone 1:32 a.m. Sunday morning. Sunday morning, rain is falling. Steal some cover, shed some skin. Yum, I love those too. Hi, Kim. Kim Britton in the house, guys. How are you, Kim? I love green beans. We're just talking about a little bit of gardening, and that has probably that growing our own garden, Kim, is far more sustainable than becoming a dumpster diver in the long run. But I mean, if dumpster diving, if growing a garden is difficult, then possibly with the rising cost of living, that dumpster diving is definitely an option because it is most definitely a food resource. But not everyone has access to that. When you pack the food into the blessing box, it's the most therapeutic sound, especially the chips. I told you, Kathy, you could. Who would agree with me that the way that Kathy like edits the videos for the blessing box, that if I just saw like 3 to 5 minutes of just being doing that, I'd be totally satisfied. That can anyone agree with me on that? I'm sure everyone here has watched just me Kathy's videos, so you know what I'm talking about. Just the way she puts it in place and then like straightens it up and then pats it all in and then like slides it in at the top, and then like turns the labels around. It's almost like scary, to be honest. It's almost kind of scary how much I like organized that is. Groceries cost way too much, Cindy. They certainly do. They cost way too much. What can we do about it? What can we do about it? Do we just go out and earn more money? You know, is that a solution? Do we just go and earn more money, or do we find other ways to find food? Dumpster diving is certainly one of those things, or growing our own vegetables. That's what we're talking about. Yep, you could just do a channel, just me, Kathy's ASMR Blessing Box channel. Kathy's ASMR Blessing Box channel. Man. Yep. And like you could have like you could just even have a wisp of some of that like galactic music in the background. Beep, 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 bah, 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 cha, 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 cha. Like just whisper in the background, or or just of the sea rolling in, or the wind or something, and then the rest is just like 7 minutes of you in loop for 3 and 3/4 hours of just like packing stuff away. Yep, there's people out there that would want that. Do some blessing box shorts, Kathy. Good night, big. Nice to meet you. Well, nice to meet you. That sounds weird, doesn't it, guys? Like Al Pesh saying, nice to meet me. You guys know that Al Pesh has been around for ages. Obviously, so must be like one of Al Pesh's um, friends or kids. I like the sound of bags and styrofoam. I used to love the sound of Ray going through the half price books when he was clanking all of those CD and DVD covers together. That was mine. That was my little OCD love. Well, there's this lady on TikTok, and what she does is she puts up videos of her restocking her fridge. But the first thing I notice that her fridge is super clean, man. Like every fucking plastic drawer is like clean as, and every glass shelf is clean as. And she just takes her groceries out and fills up her fridge. And then she went on and did her pantry, and then she's like stacking her vegetables away. That's all her content was. Pantry shorts. We have heard that before, Big B. Yeah, I watched those shorts restocking her. And yeah, I mean, hey, it caters to a demand, eh? Cindy says, oh, hang on, before what Cindy says, Leilana says there should be more urban veggie fruit gardens. I totally agree. And in the UK, they do have like plot shares where like get a piece of land and get people from the neighborhood that come in, and they do like have about 2 or 3 rows of vegetables, and they just it's a community thing, and they grow whatever they want, flowers or fruits or vegetables or whatever. But you gotta, pardon me, you've got a your own space, and everyone comes together and they share ideas and tips, and they grow things, and they all come together and harvest stuff. They're called plots. So that would be a fantastic idea. I mean, how many places do you know that has like abandoned land, or housing that's decrepit can be pulled down and then grow shit on it. I use coupons, and it still costs too much. When I move to Texas, I'm going to go diving with Grizzly and Geneva and Margie. Cindy, you should not hold back. Go do that. I watch those shorts. Yep, it mesmerizes me. Me too. You have OCD too, Cindy? Like a community co-op, exactly like a community co-op. But yeah, what plot of land? Janine from South Africa signing off. Stay safe, everyone. Can't wait for your videos. Neither can I. I can't even wait for my own. But thank you, Janine. Very great talking with you and sharing all of your stories. I appreciate you. And thanks for your input. I hope I see you on the next live. Okay, you take care and have a fantastic weekend. I'm just going to go and quickly go and get me a drink. Guys, don't go anywhere. I'm only going to be 2 minutes. Fuck. I promise. One minute, 3 seconds. Okie dokie. Yes. So amazing conversation, guys. I mean, like, how else are we supposed to brainstorm the solutions for our planet and for our own well-being if we don't have the means or the platform to be able to share those ideas? And most of the time, it's just been me just gas bagging. Fuck. I never wanted it to be like that. I definitely wanted to be able to share some of those ideas. I think as time has gone by, being a content creator and dumpster diving, it certainly has opened my eyes to a lot of things, and talking to my good friends, like Kathy and Grabbit, Heather and Grizz, about the things that we can do to try and diversify our channels, because I don't see, for me anyway, dumpster diving being a sustainable topic, because for me, the stores are finding cleverer ways to get rid of their rubbish or lock their dumpsters, or put them, changing up their times and their dates for collection. They're getting clever. I have to be out there every single day, and I can't afford to be out there every single day. I just can't. I wish I could, but I can't. But I'm not silly enough to like not go out and try and investigate and find out further. Yeah, I just got to be Johnny on the spot and just kind of record that sort of stuff mentally. And but the changes I do see is like when I do find stuff, it's outside of bread. I'm not finding the holes that I used to find like all the time regularly. So it just tells me that they're finding new ways to get rid of the food, and me not know about it, or they're donating more, or they're purchasing less. Either way, I'm not finding the waste that I used to, except for Aldi's, man. Aldi's is always guaranteed to have fucking so much on a global level, through the States to Canada and Australia. But yeah, fully off the cuff coming on and doing a live tonight. I wasn't going to. I was just going to go straight to bed. Oh well, turn on the TV or go through what's happening on YouTube, and because I'm still an avid watcher of YouTube videos, dumpster diving YouTube videos. So I always try and keep up with all of the new people that are going on in there, and um, staying and keeping inspired and motivated by watching them and seeing the stuff that they find. I'm always wowed at everybody's discoveries and supportive of the new Australian channels that are coming through, like T&D. Just hit 1,000 subs. Dumpster diving with T&D. So that's exciting for them. And of course, dumpster diving down under as well. That's Kay and Matt. Kay and Matt. And then we've got, then of course we've got Aussie Bin Chicken. She's just started a new channel as well, and she's just getting her head around all of the technology. So it's really good to see YouTube through their eyes, and and help them through some technical difficulties they might be experiencing, and get the sort of help that that I had with teaming up with my friends in YouTube. So I'm always supportive of the Australian, New Zealand creators, all creators to be for that matter. Yeah, Aldi is putting even in our store too. They are making a huge difference, but they're still the out of all of the major food chain stores over here, they are by far the worst. By far the worst. But yeah, good to see that they're making changes, even if they're subtle. I think the other reason is why I'm seeing change over here is because, like I mentioned earlier, um, for those that just joined, but Kathy and Alison heard that I'm getting noticed. I'm getting noticed more through the journalism and through the news, local news in Australia wide. I'm getting interviewed, so it's raising the awareness, and some of these stores are probably can see it as well. Store managers or regional managers, or they're seeing this. One of the videos that they used was the one where I found the tablet with the Aldi's thing on it. I did like your reactions. You did. Oh, did you? I Yeah, I did too. I really thought that was going to take off, but maybe I'll get back into it again, because there's so much like content out there that some of our subscribers have never even seen from other divers. Like like Fortune Finders. Fortune Finders haven't done anything for like 9 months, and they've got videos there. When you're not active, then they're not going to put their content in front of people, so people may never even see their videos, just by chance maybe. So it would have been good to like react to some of this. They've had some incredible finds, treasure hustlers, and a dumpster diving, and a double D, and diving with D. There's so many like really good videos out there that we could be reacted to, and not first time reaction, but just to react with you. React with you. Well, it may not see the light of day in the United States, but it definitely will in Australia. I'm getting a lot of messages from, Aussie saying, "Good on you, mate. Now these places are going to lock their bins." And we go, "Wow, I've been doing this bin for 4 years and they still haven't locked it." Hey ho 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 ho! It's the Team Vault. Hello, Team Vault, Mrs. Vault. Yeah, thank you for popping in. Another awesome channel that's doing really, really great. Dumpster diving, vault diving. So glad you guys could make it. I'm just about to sign off in a minute or two, but I'll give you a quick recap of what we were talking about. dumpster diving, if you didn't know already. Yeah, and Mr. Vault, of course, the silent Mr. Vault. Michelle Brown, hey, Michelle, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Yes, before we were talking about dumpster diving and the importance of what makes a dive successful. You know, that the necessity to take every single item out of the dumpster, is it, is there a necessity to take everything out of the dumpster, every single item? Or do we leave some behind for consideration of other divers? Or, if there's not many other divers in your area, is that the reason why we should take everything? You know, that if you take everything, that there should be systems in place that these items and this stuff passes through you, and so then it's donated straight away. I know Team Vault, you've got an amazing system. You've got some reselling going on with your Macari, your Patreon, as well as a platform, your resellers. You do boxes, and you have and you repurpose a lot of your stuff with the crafts as well, cooking, and then donating the food that's been cooked, like you did that what was it, the tacos or the enchiladas or something, so you already have systems in place. Yes, finally got to catch us live after all this time. I'd love to look, Vault Diving. I'd love to do a collaboration with you guys again in some form or another. I always enjoy watching and working with you. Oh, the burritos. Yes, the burritos. Sorry, the burritos. We get that a lot. We only take everything if we know where to donate it, and we know the trash trucks will be coming soon. Yeah, sure. Yeah. But even if that wasn't the case, it seems like the dumpster dive, or the creators of dumpster diving content, seem pressured by our community or in comments that everything needs to be taken, because sometimes the comments can often get under our skin, and it's best to do that rather than have to deal with the constant barragement that comes with it, and um, people are different in ways that you can switch off. Some can switch off, and some can't. So, but it's understandable. We put ourselves in those positions. It comes with the territory. Unfortunately, when you lay all of your cards out on the table. Um, oh, you found dumpster diving adult through my reacts. But oh, did you really? Well, that's good. That was half the reason why I did what I did, was to highlight all of these channels. And because that I said, I want to react to my favorite channels. These aren't just channels; they're my friends. We know people at our local homeless shelter. Yeah, exactly. Well, we don't have a homeless shelter where I am at. So by other means, right? By other means, but certainly around the states. Obviously there is a well-known homeless epidemic that's forever growing, right? Even more so now with high inflation and high interest rates. People are foreclosing on their homes and stuff like that. So it's insane. Michelle says, I can't dumpster dive, but I do get stuff and I put in the blessing box when I can. Yeah. And you don't, like, there's no need for you to have to take everything. It's just what you can take and what you can share. Yeah, so one of the things we're also talking about was the unwritten laws, the codes of dumpster diving, and that sometimes that as content creators, we often lose face of that, and it's just all about being able to find the most of, in your reveals. But that's not always you know, it changes our sense of gratitude. Like if we're not finding like big, massive jackpot mega hauls, then are we less likely to be grateful for when we don't find very much at all? Where I'm saying is, well, I think we need to be grateful for all levels of, be equally as grateful for the small ones as we are for the massive ones. Most of the stuff we take is donated, and most of the people who we donate to are seniors. So the way we see it is we are donating. It can't go in the. Yeah, absolutely. And totally. And when you have that ability to move the product quickly through you, then or that system, not so much the ability, but that system of doing it, then for sure, the more you take, then the more people that that you affect. That's what I was able to do. There was never anything that was kept there. Hey, eDreams, good evening to you. I don't get notifications anymore. Glad I caught you live. Yeah, you weren't the only one. A whole heap of people weren't getting notifications yet. You made it. Sadly, the homeless shelters are to their fullest capacity, and our streets are home to a lot. Yeah, I understand what it could be like over here, over there, but over here, it's like in the main. If you get closer to the main city, then obviously the homelessness is more prevalent. So I'm a little bit regional. But it's starting. It's made its way out here, so it's established, but just not a huge community. We tell the people all the time we don't find these huge jackpots all the time, but the small ones are the ones that add up to most of what we find. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Um, when you compilate them all together, right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but it's more of a gratitude thing, expressing that sense of gratitude. Like even if it's a small, it should be the same kind of wow. If it was like a mega one, to be like the same wow, and being able to project that onto our viewers is that there is no difference between a jackpot haul and a small one. There is no difference. They have the same. To me, they have the same level of excitement. I get boxes brought to me, and I can't eat a lot of the things they bring me, so I donate it. Exactly, how we to know the preferences of some of the things that we donate. Some people might be diabetic, yet all we're finding is sugary processed items. That's not a bad thing at all. I don't dumpster dive as much as I would like, says eDreams, but I checked dollar store dumpsters and I found over $180 worth of Valentine's Day candy and donated to food pantry. Yeah. Look, it seems senseless that if you find something at not everyone can jump in and grab stuff. So I think that that just runs congruently with what I'm expressing. I guess it just comes down to just knowing how to deal with the commentary with it. I mean, I don't delete anyone or remove the comments as a result of it, because it doesn't bother me either way, But I guess when in saying that, the breed conversation always pops up, because I don't see any other American dumpster diver come across the same amount of breed that what I find ever. Yeah, no one finds bread like Big B. The dumpster's full to the rim. Often, Sometimes every dumpster I look in, crazy. But yeah, having to try and constantly repeat myself, that trying to change the narrative, how people understand this is what it is. I'm a bread man. You're the bread man. The bread man. No, not the bread man. You do find a lot of bread. No, well, no, I come across it. It's not that I find it. I just know it's always there. Yeah, yeah. And no matter how often I find it, sometimes I'll find that like 2 or 3 times a week, and it still makes me go, "Wow, wow, crazy." Yeah, wrong kind of bread though. Hey, I just put up a post on my Facebook, um, on the live. Oh no, was it live lounge? Oh, Facebook about over here in Western Australia. Someone found $100,000 in cash in the dumpster. 100,000. Well, it happened in 2018, and then my little caption on the top goes, "Oh, there's still hope, eh?" The dream, the dream find is to come across a buttload of cash in the dumpster. Yeah, ask any dumpster diver, "What would you like to find?" Money. Yeah, so there's still hope to find the big one. We have a place that donates just bread on certain days. It's bad it wasn't the spendable green kind. Yeah, yeah, not that kind of bread or that kind of dough. Do some okay. Well, let's go and do some dumpster diving. Yeah, and there was another one in the United States. A adult children had lost their father, leaving their mother widowed, and she was really down in the dumps for a long time, and um, but she was on her last legs as well, and she was doing the will, and over the years she had amassed quite a fortune. So to get in her good graces, one of the sons refurbished her house, and and uh, and took special extra attention to her bedroom. So they gave her a new set of drawers and a nice vanity unit, and uh, and a new bed and side tables. And then when she came back from her little getaway to discover the new refurbished and new look house, she walked into the bedroom, and instead of being happy and pleased, she was angry and confused. And they were wondering, well, what's going on there? Why aren't you happy? And she went on to say, oh, there's um, in my mattress is where I stored all the money for your inheritance. And they all laughed at her, going, no, you're joking, right? It's in the bank. She goes, no, I stored it in the mattress. And she goes, well, how much did you store in there? Like 10,000? Or she goes, no, £500,000. £500,000. So that was a good day at the landfill. Can the crows eat the bread? No. No, actually, they probably can. It's just illegal to feed the birds over here. Yeah, because of the diversity of the bird life here. Yeah, and did they recover it? I don't know if they even recovered it or not. Whatever. But yeah, funny story that that ends up being related to the rubbish or the landfill or the dumpsters or whatever. But yeah, crazy. Oh, plus, I've been getting noticed a lot with the local news stations as well. So I've done about 2 or 3 interviews over the last week. So I'll be dropping links of those where I can. I'll put one in my community tab and on my Facebook page. And I think I just dropped a. Did I drop another one? Oh, yeah, I did. I did 7 News. Like showed one of my videos where I found the tablet that had the Aldi emblem come up on it. So that would have been like fun for Aldi representatives around Australia seeing that going, huh? Like straight away, questions would have been raised about what was their inventory iPad and Apple iPad doing in the dumpster in the first place. Yeah, that would have raised a lot of questions. uh, but I did say, oh, I'm going to give it back to the store the next day, which I did because it's no good to me. I'm not like that anyway. No good deed goes unpunished. Well, that's true. That's true. Well, I don't know about congratulations yet. I haven't seen the where the angle is coming from. Although it did originate from being in a you know, the cost of living and whether there are more people dumpster diving in my area that I've noticed. And is it because of necessity or is it just because of they see dumpster diving videos? Well, how would anyone know that answer? I couldn't answer it. But I made mention, well, some are hobbyists and don't find anything and then fall to the wayside, and some just persevere because they really want to make a lifestyle change. Oh, you have to go, folks. Alison says, have a great week and stay safe. You too, have a great weekend, Alison, and I'll see you again on the next live. Always a pleasure seeing you on the comments, my friend. Thank you. Freaking Frugal finds a shit ton of stuff from Aldi and they tell everyone where they are diving. Yeah, and they have to go to other Aldi stores because of that. And plus, man, they take not so much they take every single item, but they take everything, man. They take meat, dairy, chicken. Yeah, there's not many items they don't take. Hey, Amy Shankles, Shatika. Hi, Shatika. Happy Saturday, y'all. I'm just about to pull the pin. I'm going to have this last smoke, and then I'm going to pull the pin, guys, and just say, let you guys get on with your weekend. I appreciate you guys stopping in for as long as that you have. Kathy has been with me for the last 3 hours. Been me chewing her ear off. There are a whole bunch of outies about them. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. But yeah, sometimes I get, and more power to them. And but yeah, sometimes I get shocked about some of the stuff that they take, man, because it would make me go, ooh, To me, everything falls into 3 categories, and they're categories of risk for any food. It's high, medium, and low. High risk, medium risk, and low risk. Anything high risk, I stay away from. You can never change my mind, and it doesn't even matter how long it's been there. And that's chicken and seafood. Chicken and seafood are high risk. Yep. Eating a small contaminated part of chicken or seafood will kill you. Yep, that's death right there. So those are out. Well, you say meat, but a pork is really hearty, and so are like really big cuts of beef. Whole cuts of beef is really hearty. So I would put that at the high medium risk range. And if you could tell and use your senses, the sense of color, yet the sense of smell, the packaging hadn't been compromised, you could probably get away with a majority of it, especially cured or smoked meats. Like some bacon are not too bad. You can get away with a lot. And plus, you can, even if you're a bit sketchier about it, when you got home, you could probably definitely boil it up and feed your animals on it without any problems at all. Always the sniff test, cook it through, and leave the fish. Now, all high risk, all high risk. I leave it all high risk. But low risk is like dairy, like cheeses, yogurts, butters, yeah, except for milks. Except for milks, when milks are bloated, can be a little bit sketchy. But I mean, shucks. What is a cheese? What is a yogurt? It's it's milk that's sort of fermented, really. At the end of the day. We need to do another live soon. Absolutely, please. I would love that. I would love that, Team Vault. We are getting a new Aldi, a couple of towns over. We're working on it still, but I can't wait to get in that dumpster. Oh, baby. Heck yeah. Hey, Jennifer Chesney in the house, everyone. Say hello to Jennifer. Moldy milk, yeah, that's it. Moldy milk, yeah. So, but milk I generally don't take unless it's long life shelf milk. I'll always take almond milks, of course. It's not even dairy at all. But yeah, but they're low risk cheeses, milks, and you can't die from that. But if it's really, really bad, I mean, it has to be really fucking bad, man. It has to be really bad for it to do any kind of real damage. Michelle Brown, just have to use common sense, of course. Yeah, just got to use your senses and use a bit of common sense as well. Not to say that common sense is that common for most, and everyone's got an opinion about it, And I've already read up on, done my research on the kind of bacteria that grows off things, like deli meat and stuff like that can be a little bit dangerous. But then you look at like heavily cured meat, like Italian sausages and salamis and bruschettas and stuff like that. That they're already and probably gone through a bacteria state. They're a long life. They're just like a week or so off being jerky, basically. Most hard cheeses don't have to be refrigerated. Same with eggs. Well, eggs aren't refrigerated over here anyway. In Australia, when you get them off, when you buy eggs in Australia, they're on the shelf. They're not in the fridge. But when you get them home, they're refrigerated because it's so hot here during the summertime. Yeah, we do refrigerate our eggs. But when I was training as a chef, the best eggs were cooked at room temperature always. We're back home in New Zealand and never put eggs in the refrigerator. Always had them like hanging in a basket or on the shelf, always. So I've never come across using cold eggs before, even though we do it here in our house. We refrigerate it because it's, you know, flipping hot, man. It is flipping hot, man. Well, Grabber must have gone back to his family. He didn't hang in there for 3 hours. Yeah, most hard cheeses are sweet as, even the soft cheeses too. Cheeses in general, you can't die from eating dairy products. You can't. You can get sick, get crook. They're all washed. Yeah, yeah, I understand. Yeah, yeah, they're all bleached, but not washed. They're bleached. That's why they're nice and like pearly whites. Over here, you get the eggs like come straight out of chicken's butt. They're blue. How cute is that? When Big B said, say hello to Jennifer, and just at that time, my daughter Jennifer called me. She says, hi. That's awesome. Here they're washed before packing, so they require refrigeration, but mine from an Amish farm instead. Yeah, OGS. Are they brown eggs, Kathy? Yeah, over here they don't go through any of that process. Yep, they come from butt to grade to shelf basically. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that food for me, and when I make those choices based on my experiences and based on my knowledge, and I have a background of food safety and food handling and all that because of my chefing and yada yada yada. They um, uh, Food comes in categories of risk. So I get a lot of comments about, you're really picky about what you get. And goes, no, 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 I'm just sensible and experienced. It's got nothing to do with picky. But at the same time, a diver, you can certainly tell a diver's preference, when they go through stuff. I don't have a preference. I only have a shopping list, because a lot of what I go for actually are some of the people I know where it goes for. Yes, and I swear they taste better. Oh, absolutely. You cannot beat farm fresh, not by any stretch of the imagination. 3 hours and 5 minutes walk, guys. Oh, God. Just about at the end of my cigarette, but I will be signing off soon. It is 2:15. What time did I start? 11:15. Yeah, 3 hours. Not bad. Not bad for coming on for just a short time. Hey, Kathy. So, Kathy, when can we expect to see a new video? I'm pretty sure you'll see one coming up real soon, Jennifer. Yep. Kathy's always got a game face on. I don't even know oh when my next video is going to be coming up. I have no idea. All I know is I'm going out as often as I possibly can, and not even for the purpose of gathering content, uh, just to go out and enjoy the dumpster diving and the gratitude of it all. And like I say, I don't actually go out dumpster diving for myself. Although a lot of the hauls lately that I've had, I they're not too small to donate, but they've been items that we've needed. Like found some shampoo and conditioner, and we needed shampoo and conditioner. The drinks. Um, if it's a massive haul, I share them. But if there's any small hauls, I keep them because we have friends that come around and I drink some of them. Take care of yourself, and we will be waiting for the next one. Awesome, Team Vault. Please, if you've got any ideas for our next get together, let me know. Let me know and flick us an email, Team Vault. You can always do best of Big B. Yeah, yeah. What a great idea, Jackie. That's what I'll do. We actually have one coming out today, so we're excited. We have missed it, just being busy, as we all are, and you know, um, I think people forget that that there's a life outside of dumpster diving. I've tried pushing for, like, we want to see other content. I did a poll. Listen to this real quick before you bounce. I did a poll about the shorts, and what would you like to see other than dumpster diving on those shorts? And I categorized family adventures, pets and animals, um, funny, humorous videos, or dumpster diving hacks and tips. And you know what? Everyone's went, 60% voted for dumpster diving hacks and tips, and family adventures only got 6%. And it blew my mind because it meant that for the majority didn't ever want to know more about like what we did as a family, just rather than what I'm finding out of the dumpster. And although it's a dumpster diving channel and that's the lane, uh, 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 is is that all there is to Big B? Is that all there is? Just dumpster diving. Is that all there is to Kathy? Is that all there is to vault diving? Nah, man. We were humans that doing other things long before we started putting up our content. So I found it interesting data anyway. Yeah, dumpster diving in shorts. Yeah, I mean short videos. My grandkids are here. Oh, okay. We'll say hello to your grandkids for us, Inga. Missed you. Yeah, you take care as well. We have some other projects we are working on right now. I'd love to hear more about those. Yeah, so like doing the collaboration, short shorts. You've done cooking. I have branched out and done all sorts of different things on my channel. I think that's probably why it's a little bit screwed up. I've done cooking, a little bit of history, and done some like some funny skits and stuff like that. But yeah, if it diverts off the track, it doesn't seem to be um, accepted as much. But shit, man, at the end of the day, I couldn't give a rat's because I have a creative streak that needs to be like that needs to be creating. Yeah, which is why I really admire your channel, Team Vault. Yeah, really admire that you've like separated and such, and you've got the like the arts and crafts side of thing. I appreciate that. You need a quokka video. I get requests about like the wildlife in Australia. Man, we'd love to see a kangaroo and all that. I said, yeah, really? I don't think you do. But yeah, maybe you do. It's not. It's not like I can just like walk outside and boing, 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 boing. Get over here, Skippy. Yeah. But anyway, always. Um, I'm leaning more towards collaborations with other dumpster diving channels, doing the live lounge with Grab It Fast, and I've been talking with Heather about something, and leaning to and and utilizing the collaboration as to diversify into to other subjects that that can be talked about on a live sense, like a podcast kind of thing where you can incorporate the dumpster diving and sharing those experiences and our knowledges and our tips and hacks and all of that, and then also um, injecting some of the I do. I use Fiverr all the time. Yeah, I use Fiverr. I've got an account with Fiverr. Yeah, to do some advertising. In fact, I get a lot of things about voiceovers, but I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about my slowly my teeth are women disappearing, and soon I'll be serving 7 sizzling sausages. Nah, no, but I appreciate the idea. I have had a look at it because yeah, yeah, I have had a look at that. As long as I'm not those huge ass huntsman spiders, if I found one of those in my place, I would just leave them in leave the keys in the house. I like that. Lots of roadkill roos. though, when I went on small trips there, like Peaceful Bay, Albany, yeah, and the emus too. Yeah, I've seen a set of emu legs sticking out of a windscreen of a car in the middle of like nowhere, man. Dang, just like a bad penny, I'm back. Oh yeah, but yeah, hey, there's definitely plenty of opportunities for us to, as dumpster divers and content creators, to branch out and try different things and be able to utilize our knowledges and experiences um, um, for things outside of just dumpster diving, and hope that whatever we throw out there will stick. That's one ultimate goal for some of us. Gotta run some errands. See you in the next one. Later, friends. See you on the next Been Living Adventure. The fact you'll have spiders falling from the sky in AU has got me going, nope. What sky? What is over in Queensland, maybe? Have a great weekend, Michelle. Have a great one. Well, I'm just about done here too, guys. I'm sure guys want to get on with your afternoon, and got better things to do than listen to this poor Kiwi boy go on and on and on, and now he's starting to repeat himself. Um, but before I sign off, just a huge thank you to First Grab It Fast for dropping those super stickers and super chats. $100. My man is earning way too much money on Facebook. That's what he's doing. Nah, good on and awesome. Love you to bits and pieces, my brother. Thank you so much. And so does YouTube. I'm sure they'll enjoy the $35 or $40 from there. And of course to all of my other content creators out there, Kathy, Vault Diving, Braxton, and 505, and of course our UK dumpster divers. Jessica as well. All of you guys are amazing. Keep working hard at what you're doing. You guys are making an impact on our society and on our planet. You guys are doing great jobs, and so keep it up. It's not about the content at the end of the day. It's about doing good, doing good, and the food for the soul. And of course, to everyone else, our amazing supporters and subscribers and our followers, our fans. Love you guys so much. Without your love and support and encouragement, we just wouldn't be where we are. And doing what we'd be doing what we're doing, but we wouldn't be where we are right now with our social media platforms. So to you, we owe everything. Yeah, everything that we have and what we're doing. So thank you guys so much. I plan on bringing you a video real soon in the near future. Whenever that will be, I know it will be epic and it will be amazing. And you will hear me laughing all the way through it. And I plan on going live, soon again on our other channels and our other pages. The Live Lounge is doing really good at the moment. So, if you aren't already subscribed to the Live Lounge, um, Kathy was good enough to drop the link on there, so go and check that out. We'd love to see you over there, even though we're dropping not old content, but our best content. And, that's the main thing, that we're just sharing the love. I look forward to seeing you guys all again real soon. Thank you so much for being part of my live, a 3-hour banger, ladies and gentlemen. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm going to go and get some well-deserved rest because, there's dumpsters out there with our names on it. We need to be at them, like now, if not later. And I'll see you guys. And that means you, and you on the next Been Living Adventure. Peace, everyone.